Hello, 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 my loves. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the NGS Division A game between Mnaval and Tricky Gooses. My name is Jinxie Cat. I know some of you may have been expecting Linehouse. He unfortunately had to stay behind at work a little bit, so hopefully we'll get him later. But if not, then you guys can just hang out with me today. I'm just getting the map bans as I was a tiny bit late, and we should be all ready to rock and roll here in but a moment. I'm just doing these map bans super quick, and then we'll get into it. So, Tricky Gooses banned Volskaya and Tomb. And Mnaval banned Dragonshire and Curse. The coin toss was won by Mnaval, and we are going to Towers of Doom for game number 1. I know that spoils it a little bit. We'll go over to the map screen here in just a moment. Let me update that bad boy. Boom. Here we are. I will let the teams know that I am ready, and then we will hop in for game number 1 in our best of 3 series. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. Looks like we're just about ready to hop in. Like I said, hopefully we'll get Linehouse later, but, you know, real life comes first. So if you can't make it, then you guys can just hang out and get drunk with me. I was going to look up facts about the teams, but I actually ended up running out of time to do that. So instead, what I ended up doing that I thought would be fun instead is I looked up facts pertaining to the team names as we head on in to game number 1 here. Go ahead and turn that bad boy on. There we go. All right. Just junky enough. So here's some fun geese facts. So it takes about 2 years for a goose to be fully matured. And many geese are raised along chicken farms to help prevent predators from getting to chickens, because chickens are, you know, easy prey. They're sitting ducks, but chickens. Mnaval was a little bit harder. In fact, when I searched for them, Google came up with, did you mean navel? So that's the fun fact about them, is if you search Mnaval's name, then you get navel. On Google, it says, did you mean navel? My shirt is ripped. Oh, thank you for the heads up. I didn't know. I feel very silly now. Thanks for letting me know, Snag. I always can count on you. All right, Zarya going to be banned first and foremost after that recent rework. Looks like Mnaval might have been raiding. Might have been watching our scrims where we got absolutely bonked versus this team. So Zarya not going to be playable right here. Brightwing also going to be taken out of the pool, which makes sense. She's also a very strong hero. Not as OP as Zarya right now, apparently. All right. What else are we looking at? What else are they thinking? Any second now. There we go. Johanna going to be taken out of the pool. Still just a very good tank. And I don't feel nearly as prepared today as I should be. So thanks everybody for hanging out. My green screen is just a mess, isn't it? We're gonna actually just go ahead and get rid of this for right now. Boop. Goodbye, man. Because it really is just kind of bonked. Well, Killy first pick Medivh. Lunar. That's an interesting ban. Junkrat gonna be the first pick up here for the side of Mnaval. And let's see what they're thinking about for the side of Tricky Gooses. Do we get the... Nope, Dahaka is going to be our first pick here for Elf Boy. And Garrosh coming in from Ken. Ken is Garrosh. So interesting to go with the Garrosh first pick, because that does really kind of allow the team, I mean, not even kind of, it absolutely allows the team to counter whatever you're thinking. So Stukov is great since Garrosh is really only engaged just to kind of run at you. And then Stitch is here. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, because obviously Stitches is still super strong right now, but at the same time, we also have, you know, I'm curious to see how the Stukov Stitches interaction will go, because, you know, we've seen a couple of iterations of this, and I'm sure it's going to be totally fine. Basically the same as Malfurion, but they can move and not use abilities instead, as Falstad gets picked up here. But we see a lot of Stitches Malfurion, Stitches Anduin, Stitches Brightwing. We don't really see the Stitches Stukov, so I'm really excited for that. Falstad is going to be banned away. And when we get into the loading screen, I think I'm going to... This is a tough one. Never mind. Taika's coming out here for Birdie. And then surprise to nobody, Key picking up that Uther. Key loves himself some Uther. Always abandoning the snowman. Update this bad boy here. Stitches, realistic. Picking a realistic support in Stukov. And, you know, obviously, Junkrat is super strong, so it makes sense. Ooh, the Deathwing Samuro. But, actually not the only Navi tonight. We're going to be silent on that Samuro. Oh, and Killy is going for that Medivh. Let's go ahead and just finish this all out. So it is Key tonight, not Nani. On the Uther. That'll give me a second. I didn't collect myself properly before we're getting started. So I'm kind of all over the place. And I'm hoping that it'll get better as we go on. But if it doesn't, I apologize, but only a little bit. I think we got this all set up. Okay, that looks correct. Very good. So thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. It's so good to see you all here. Like I said, hopefully Linehouse will be joining us later on tonight. But if not, then you guys will just get to hang out with me. We're hopping into game number 1 in our best of 3 series. If you missed those maps, let's go ahead and look over those one more time here. So as you can see, Mnaval went ahead and banned away Cursed Hollow and Dragonshire. My maps are not up to date, it looks like here. Actually, yeah, okay, good. Everything looks good. Thank you, I appreciate that. The members of Tricky Gooses banned away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. Our first game is going to be on Towers of Doom. And without further delay, let's go ahead and hop into game number 1 of our best of 3 series. I just said, but now I'm saying again as we head in. We got Silent X on the Samuro, shot down at 007 on that Deathwing. So here will be your Stitches realistic on that Stukov and Crimson Chin on that Junkrat. And rocking those Geese teams, it is going to be Birdie on the Tychus, Key on the Uther, Elfboy will be your Dahaka, Killidan on the Medivh, and Garrosh being played by Miniken as we're heading on through here. Considering dropping those portals, but not doing so just yet. I'm gonna find the stun. Nice hook to get out of there. Ken looking for him once again. But again, this Deathwing is gonna cause big troubles for the side of Garrosh. Silence immediately coming out there. Heals and protection for Ken. Really not going to let him go down. Ooh, Birdie gets a big chunk. Getting rid of that first. Oh, we actually have a swap here. I apologize. I just realized shot down is going to be our Stitches. And so here will be our Deathwing tonight. Gonna try and get the interrupt here. Manages to find Miniken. Key gets the stun on his shot down though. Birdie jumping up once again. Another armor plate down the drain. Garros coming in, finds the triple stun coming out here. And that is going to be realistic, taking quite a bit of damage, but Ken, to no one's surprise, gets hooked there yet again and has to back it on up. Stacks done in 2 minutes. We're sitting at 14 stacks right now, so I could definitely see it. Both camps being done over here. You have to remember, though, that this is Tricky Gooses, and there is a good chance that they just flubbed it. I say that, but I got absolutely bonked by them. I'm trying to, like, be mean without Linehouse here, and I just feel mean. Like, it's fine when Linehouse is mean. Speaking of mean, we're going to have an invade coming through here. Stun connects onto 2 members with the Deathwing. We'll see if they're going to try and take this. Stitches also has quite a bit of health. Nice throw there from Garrosh, but that Deathwing is still so very healthy. The bop away onto Key. The team, though, is surrounding. This is going to be a red camp going over. Another stun, a hook, and now the portal coming through. Ken looking for Crimson Chin here. Not going to find him just yet. Shot down, trying to do the best damage that they can. Stun on to shot down. Is it going to be enough? Birdie's looking for him. The hook. He has 200 health, and he's trying to hook Stitches. A nice devour, though, will save Shot Down's life. Not going to get picked off by Medivh just yet here. Just to say mean things in chat, and I'll read them, and then I can say, sorry, I was just reading chat and covering my own ass. Realistic. Ooh, gonna end up going down there. Camp has been cleared out, nearly finding the hook on to kill it in, but just an absolute Chad form. Doesn't even attempt to leave it. Gets out the way. Come level 13, though, they're not gonna be able to do that. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, it's our coolest and most attractive players up here. Just soaking. Gotta grab their own shrines down in the bottom. It's gonna be a little bit more of a chaotic fight. They find Shot Down once again, but Ken is getting so very low. That's a very healthy Stitches. The rest of the team going in, just taking a peek, getting that Raven familiar. Dahaka will be able to burrow down by making this a 5v4 for a short time. He does come down, but is stunned out by Deathwing. Again, still very healthy. The hook, a swing and a miss. Using that lava pool there on the floor, preventing anybody from channeling. And of course, it has a 100% uptime, so Sahir can just go ahead and continue to do that. However, comes Chin getting quite low over there. This big health bar, Deathwing is being zoned away. Key gonna try and grab this shrine. Oh, the dunk grab bomb just misses. Key manages to channel that. That's gonna be an additional 4 shots going over to the side of the members of Tricky Gooses. And McGiblets, you called it. Just at the nearly the 4-minute mark. So I think that's about 2 minutes from like when the game starts and everything. No? Oh, I mean close enough, right? 2 minutes, 4 minutes. What? They're not that. I don't know. That's Stukov dive faster than an anti-vaxxer. Another stun on a Shot Down. This time I don't think he's going to be so lucky. Ooh, Junkrat, though. Going to get the throw out. Remember, Garros has had that move to level 1. Silence comes out onto Minicat, and this is really going to help against this Medivh. Just constantly being able to silence these portals allows for a more difficult engage here from the side of Tricky Gooses. Going to find the drag onto Junkrat. They managed to get away. Dahaka going for a ride into the whole U.S. Army. There comes the portal. He's able to burrow away. Level 7's online for both teams now. Meaning we do have that Skyfall, which will allow Deathwing to have an easier time interrupting these channels. Hook coming out onto Elf Boy. They just been letting Samuro soak, so slowly but surely Tricky Gooses have left their XP lead in the dust. Another stun onto the Stitches, but again, not much that can be done. Thrown away. And the teams are pretty much dead even there. Tricky Gooses had a little bit of a lead, but now they're just going to have to back it on out.
The time is
Another
now
set of shrines
for us.
happening now. Do we have the gentleman's agreement here? Killidan is... Yeah, thought about jumping down, but decided landing in the middle of 4 different people, especially while Tychus is doing this, is probably not the best idea. So just gonna end up backing off here. We're gonna see the clear on the camp. Actually, a nice dodge from the members of the Geese. Uther is bounced over the wall, making this a 2v4, 2v5 for the time being. Dahaka is in here. Lots of damage onto Ken, but of course, feels Medivh, man. He's able to just get away. Actually dodges the silence, comes back in, looks for blood. A little bit of extra Medivh damage there. Now down on the bottom, it's all about clear for the side of Mnaval. Well, members of Tricky Gooses, they want to push it on in. Uh-oh, do we have a pause? We do. All right. Hello, it's me again. Did you miss me? I missed you. Just gonna hang out for a moment while we wait for Samuro to hop back in. How's everybody's week been? Did y'all have a good weekend? Did you have any fun weekend plans? All right, never mind. He's good. We're gonna hop back into the game. Here we are. See, sorry, there was a DC, and now we are back. All about clearing it out down here, which Mnaval is able to do. Look for the hook onto Medivh. Up in the top, we're going to see another damage between Elfboy and Samuro. Stun coming on out. Teams fighting in every single corner. We're going to see the essence pop by Elfboy up in the top. We hop back down. Nobody knows that Miniken is here until he shows himself. Now everybody knows. Once again, only able to find the stitches. There's the stun coming out. But it's going to be, ooh, the Leyline Seal coming out. Level 10's online for both the teams in just the nick of time there. Stitches will end up going down. The Deathwind was delayed, of course, due to that Leyline. Because, funnily enough, the only thing that stops Unstoppable is stopped. Birdie gonna come through, try to get a little bit of extra damage. Ends up dashing in there, taking so much damage, and that Deathwing is just eaten alive. In fact, why don't we go ahead and check the damage, see where Tychus is sitting right now after that. He's actually quite, obviously to no one's surprise, doing pretty good there. But Medivh with a 1k damage more than the Tychus, despite it all. This is going to allow the members of Tricky Gooses to get that shrine. However, Dahaka has been sent, nearly to the other side. Is able to burrow to safety. Gonna find the hook. Is it enough? D-Shield coming out. There's the unstop. The taunt from Garrosh manages to get everybody away. And with that, that is just going to be the members of Tricky Gooses backing away. Very nicely done. Of course, hearts all around. We'll see how the members of Mnaval can turn this around. They're going to look to grab their own camp here, something that hasn't been contested all game. Check for Garrosh. Of course, Miniken not going to be able to get around. Nice dodge from the hook. Oh, and the cheeky spray coming out there as well. The hard thing for the side of Mnaval is they want to try and sort of find these engages from flanks, looking for folks in between the bushes, in between, you know, just unusual places for a character to be in. Medivh kind of puts an end to that. Unstoppable will come out. He tries to save Birdie's life, manages to succeed there, avoiding the Junkrat mine and the Stitches hook. Remember, it's going to back away for now. Medivh, again, just keeping an eye on him. This is the best thing that Killidan can do for him right now, is just make sure that they always have an eye on Stitches and Deathwing. The Deathwing can poke, but again, there's the problem. Nice dash from Birdie. Root will come out onto Key. Not a whole lot of damage just yet. Only one shrine available here. Level 13 is now online. Miniken gonna come through. Nice use of the massive shove from Realistic there. The taunt will come out. Gonna try to get to safety. That's a lot of tower shots though. Protect will come through. The throw onto Key. That's going to be shot down. Grabbing Garrosh, and Ken is just dead. So D-Shield comes out. He's got 25 health. It's not going to be enough. Oh my god, Ken is still alive. He's mounting up, and finally the tower will end up taking him down. That is going to be Ken going down, and as such, without a tank, we are going to see the members of Tricky Gooses back away here. This camp should be taken, as is the right of Mnaval for such a cheeky play. And this is a really great comp to draft around into what the members of Tricky Gooses are playing, right? So we look at what they have, and They most likely wanted to grab the Zarya here, so it was a good ban on the side of the blue team. They're looking for Uther, not gonna find him. And Tricky Gooses, they just want to survive forever, right? It's nearly impossible for anyone to go down there. However, there is constant re-engage and constant just pressure to stay in that fight after all those resources have been expended. It may only be on one person, but one person is all you need to turn the tide of the fight. So this is going to be a blue altar going over to the side of Mnaval here. And now comes the awkward phase. Oh, Birdie gets caught in the hook. That long fishing hook is online for the side of the blue team. And now we'll see how they can keep this alive. They've gotten control of this bottom tower. Constantly just dealing with these minions so no one can step up. Taunt comes out onto Stitches. Birdie manages to pop the Commandeer Oda. Protect comes out. Throw comes out. There's going to be the Gorge. Fear onto Uther there. Leyline seal onto 3 members of the team. Tychus still has that Oda. Not going to get too much more value out of it, as it should end up going down here soon. Ken hooked back in. That is going to be the Junkrat bomb coming out there. Medivh hopping back into that bird form. And this tower stays protected for the time being. 3 available. Dahaka just going to look to grab their own. Ken on top of Stitches here. Birdie trying to do the best they can. Are going to try and jump in with this Cataclysm here. Trying to allow the members. Oh, the Uther gets caught in the hook. Gets caught in the root there. What an awkward engage. It looked like the hook wasn't sure if it wanted to connect or not. And at the last second was like, maybe. Big stun from Deathwing, but it's not going to be enough as Stitches is taken out here. Big shove coming out onto Elfboy. Junkrat, though, the next to fall. Only 400 health. No health now left on Deathwing as Killidan takes another. Realistic trying to get out of there, but there was no way. Eaten alive. And as such, with the whole team dead to save Samuro, who I'm not even sure was in that fight. They had to rotate down a little bit slower. So again, the 5v4 did come through there. Killidan is back here now. Samuro looking for Medivh as both the team members are low, but not going to be able to prevent this camp being taken. Of course, there's no rest for the Wicked. The members of Tricky Gooses do have to get this tower back. However, with the Tychus, with the minions here and nobody to defend it, that will be done relatively quickly. Birdie not even taking any damage there. Camps, the name of the game. Stitches is back. The whole U.S. Army is back here now for the side of the blue team. Just going to try and keep an eye on everybody for the side of Tricky Gooses. Camp was dealt with, only a little bit of damage. 1 tower going down in the bottom lane here. Ooh, the hook onto Birdie. There's maybe a very dead Birdie. There's the wall. Nice leyline seal. The bounce, though, isn't enough. He gets out. They don't have any more protect. And this is what's always really frustrating about the Stitches comp, is you find the perfect Gorge. It may have been better to go for the Bile here. We'll have to see. Stukov just blasted into oblivion. Taunt coming out onto 2 members. Riptire was dropped there as well, but only the healer going down for the blue team in this fight. The hard thing about these Gorges is you have to wait for that portal to be out before you can use them, as we saw there. You have the Protect, the Portal, the Throw from Garros. There's just so much to really shut down this Gorge, so it can be quite hard for the side of Mnaval. See if they can't turn it around there. Crimson Chin gonna check with that charge of the trap there. Oh, they find Stukov Tychus in the Infested Tychus? I think that's the name of the skin. Managed to find him, but there is no Gorge follow-up, so he's able to just jump away. Takes a little bit of damage here. And of course, Deathwing is going to be able to stall. They managed to find the folks who have been channeling the longest. Finally, Garrosh is going to be caught once again, though. Dropped out. The portal is done, so Leyline Seal will come through. Medivh Cheats is only going to make this even harder. Silence coming for Stukov. Birdie has nothing to save them now. Dahaka is dropping down from the top lane. Actually dropping down just to huddle back to the back line. They're going to find Stitches there. Taunt comes out just to secure the kill. Medivh does have that portal engage onto the back line. Fear, though, is going to catch all 5 members. There's going to be the stun from Ken. Is it going to be enough? It is nice positioning by Sahir there, able to jump in front of Garage, saying, you know, throw me, which of course you can't. However, no fear, except that Junkrat mine blasts everybody. A little bit of extra damage and slowing coming through here. That is going to be the members trying to take this down. But Black Erasure is online, and Ken is just spreading it like wildfire. Definitely not ready to give this up just yet. Leyline Seal, though, will prevent it. However, Junkrat, the ultimate troll, a free camp going over to the side of Mnaval here. Deathwing gets pretty low, but does not die. We'll be able to go back up in the sky in just a moment. Blue team still fighting out a little bit, but they are the proud owner of a new sapper camp. Members of Gooses not letting them get them down too much. Going to take their own camp here before getting ready for this double altar shrine. This double shrine phase here, double altar phase, whatever you want to call it. Both teams are ready to rock and roll. Deathwing is nice and healthy. Hook does not connect onto Birdie this time. And we just get props to Showdown, by the way, or Shot Down, excuse me. Just that's got Birdie's name just etched on it every single time that hook comes down. It's connected onto that Tychus, which is one of the best targets that you can grab. So really well done to them. Not being able to grab him this time, however, just threads the needle a little bit there. Dahaka is channeling this top altar shot down. Not going to interrupt that as Samuro is already on the case. Bottom not being contested yet by the teams. It looks like we are going to see Stitches heading that way, and this might just be a good old-fashioned trade coming out there. Dahaka able to grab that. Bottom was actually not taken. Garasso has been shoved into that back room. Stitches did drop the Gorge, and Divine Shield will come out onto Ken there. Down on the bottom, Birdie still trying to prevent the capture of this bottom altar. Folks being bounced around left and right. Great use of the Dahaka Heroic onto that Junkrat there. He can't see anything. Medivh Cheats level 20 is online. Dahaka is so far away though. Manykin taking so much damage. The Deathwing still pretty healthy. Crimson Shin though is low. Gonna be the first to go down. Silence on the two members. There's going to be the hook onto Ken. Medivh Cheats once again though. Cataclysm hitting all four members. Ken is low. Dahaka is back. Oh, the conflagration is doing the Lord's work. Stitches is going to be the next to go down here. Only 6 shots left. We'll see if the Gooses are going to try and get something else before capturing this, as Samuro is the next to go down. And it looks like we're just Deathwing and Stukov alive. Killian actually ends up going down here. They trade out for Stukov though, so it's just Deathwing. However, pretty great at defending these towers, unless he dies. And it's looking like he might die. Yeah, that's a quadra kill for Birdie there, trying to defend the tower, tried to get him off with the fear. It didn't end up connecting as Tychus was too far away and Dahaka was able to burrow. So that it is one of these bell towers going down. Looks like they're heading on for the checkmate here. They've got this camp heading in. This altar can be capped at any time. Junkrat is still alive and is looking to clear out this top lane because holy mackerel, that's a lot of minions. Meanwhile, in the middle here, Elf Boy is clearing this out. Garage is finally going to channel this. They're only going to get the 5 shots, but it looks like the team is confident they can try and get these sappers pushed in. We have this middle being taken care of here, so just more work for Mnaval to deal with. Boss is still available. Big fight coming through. Junkrat is going to use that to just get rid of these sappers. Taunt coming out onto the Stitches, thrown into towers, is taking free tower shots there. Manages to get the Devour off. Hook onto Dahaka. There's the unstop into the death zone, and this may be a dead Dahaka boy. Bouncing him away. Just kidding. There's the burrow. Nice and safe. Silence comes out. Kind of unfortunate there for the side of Mnaval. Just the bounce from trying to go into the core zone ended up putting him closer to the edge. Not going to connect onto Birdie with this hook. Samuro is dealing with this middle bell tower. Over here, we do have the bottom one being taken back by the blue team. Top, of course, needs to be dealt with, and Boss needs to have its eye kept on. So Samuro keeping an eye on that, seeing that it's all good, is just going to send those clones away. And neither of these bell powers being taken just yet. Boss is the best target for right now. And as such, Gooses is going to look to grab their own camp and continue to put the pressure on in this bottom lane. up in the top. 2 altars are available, and the members of Mnaval need to grab both of these if they want this game to continue. However, we are both level 10, or excuse me, level 20 right now. You know, it's like level 10, but better. So, equal footing for these team fights if they want to take them. The big thing they have to remember here, boss is being taken. Both of these altars have been taken back. There is going to be sappers pushing in, and it's looking like this may be GG for the side of the team. We are going to see Samuro get on top of this. That is going to be the boss taking the rest of the team not able to get on here fast enough. That is going to be game number 1 going over to the side of Mnaval. Excuse me, to the side. It's going to be Mnaval going down, and Tricky Gooses taking game number 1. GG. Take a look at that score screen and get all set up for game number 2. Alrighty then, folks. As you can see here, we'll take a look at this score screen, and then I'm going to get Linehouse in for game number 2, and we can hop on in there. So, excuse me as I deafen for just a moment. We'll take a look at these talents really quickly since we didn't have much time to talk about them. But as you can see, fairly standard here. Garrosh going for that mortal combo at level 16, and then, of course, the Titanic Might at level 20. Defensive measures at level 13. So again, fairly standard Garrosh play. See if there's anything super spicy here. Stitches going for that gas bag at level 20 to just try and get in there a little bit easier, because it was a hard-fought game for Stitches. Trying to get that extra bit of unstop. 3 seconds, by the way, is absolutely nuts. And of course, full-on conflag build from Deathwing, from the Infernus to the actual configuration, the Wicked Inferno, all that good stuff. So I'll let you all take a look at that, and then we will get ready for game number 2. Give me one moment here.
Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to do? Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to prove? Write it down in ink, I'm a drunk tattoo, always here with you. Don't you know that I'll be there for you wherever you go? I'm a guarantee like Curry's 3 and Harden's free throw. Whenever you're lost, I'm blue up on some cruise to see you soon. And when the show ends, the credits roll with our tune. The piano's out of tune, but I'll play it for you so we can have stuff to do in the afternoon. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stick till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry. Sometimes we get drunk and buy shit that we find online. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stick till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to to do. Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you? Till we got nothing left to prove. Write it down in ink, I'm a drunk tattoo. Always here with you. Call me fast, I drive down in a flash. 2 hands on the whip, won't crash. Changing lanes so quick, whiplash. Twist and turn so drastic, life feels like a Tarantino. Don't know where it ends, moving dice, a casino. The piano's out of tune, but I'll play it for you, so we can have stuff to do in the afternoon. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stay till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, and sometimes we get drunk and buy shit that we find online. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stay till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Don't you know that I'll be here for you? Till we got nothing left to do. Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you? Till we got nothing left to prove. Write it down in ink, I'm a drunk tattoo. Always here with you. When it's coming at you like monsters in the night, and you feel the danger that makes you wanna hide. When the cards are stacked against you and you're standing on the edge, now's the time, now's the time. Think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beating heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need her, I need her. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need her. That's when we need each other. 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 When you're falling faster and don't know where you are, you feel the danger closer than your heart. When the weight is getting heavy and the future is unsteady, close your eyes, close your eyes.
Server is currently under maintenance. And credit. What the fuck? Oh, are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
I'm trying to download Metroid Dread. This is BS. Absolutely BS.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What are we doing?
We're casting Tricky Gooses versus Mnaval, and your logo isn't showing up.
That's okay. I don't need a logo.
Well, I like to have quality streams, so why is it not doing this? I'm like,
just go the route that Snag and I go. Low quality streams. No one
I
cares.
mean, they basically dropped to low quality at this point. I'm gonna let the teams know that we're red. We're red. We're ready. I
We
can't
are
even
red.
finish words today.
Nope, we're
Like,
red.
God bless everyone who still stuck around after that first game, just because I couldn't say any words at all. Like,
Oh,
I don't know.
is that the end of the statement?
That's it. Well, 'cause I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to do the stream,
That's fair.
and oh, it's still named Weenus from when I had Weenus on. That's why.
That seems fair. If it helps, I can just say like I came in. I think I was able to. I was a little,
That's not the right
sorry I'm
one.
late by the way, but I was able to make it around. Oh, look at that! You can kind of see it through my. That's cool.
I'll just put another Linehouse on.
Yeah, just do that. What was I gonna say? Oh, I came in like around 3 minutes in or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, this comp from Tricky Gooses or Tricky Geese Eye or whatever the hell their name is. I'm just like, okay.
There's a. Oh, on my blue background, you can't see your blue
Hell yeah.
house.
Perfect.
Oh,
It's
no.
perfect. Let's get the Linehouse logo then instead. It's even better.
If
I
you
should
show me
give
a
you that.
lime mouse, I'll put it.
Do
All
I
right,
have it?
we'll figure. You know, it's not a Jinxie stream unless something goes wrong. Anyway, we're in the draft, so why don't we do that? Talk about that.
Oh, this is a map. I think it's called Infernal Shrines. Ooh, I'm gonna give you Captain Limemouse. Hell yeah, there you go. So this is Infernal Shrines, and they banned the best hero in the game, Brightwing. So I was actually looking that up today on the stats of, well, actually, what's it called? Heroes Profile, a dead site. Brightwing has a 55% ban rate.
Really?
Yeah, 55. It's the highest in the game. Out of every hero in the game, Brightwing's at 55%. I think the next highest was Nazebro at 37.
Wow.
So if we wanted evidence of what the actual best hero in the game is, it's Brightwing right now. And I did filter by the the leagues that matter. So it's just Master and Diamond.
Right.
Yeah. So just
Not
just an
Grandmaster though.
FYI.
Fuck those guys.
They don't have a Grandmaster option because
Do
heaven
they
forbid
not?
they.
That's so
It's.
weird.
I mean, it's Heroes Profile. Like
Fair
they do their
enough.
best. It's a dead game. We should be happy they exist in the first place.
That's fair. That's
Doesn't sound. I don't sound drunk enough. You know, I am drinking, but I'm not there yet.
Oh man. All right. Well, I have my friend here now, so now you know you can let like all the white girl waste it out.
I see we're going back to that well. So let's see, Johanna. They did ban the Medivh this time. That is true because Killadin is a Medivh one trick, I think, if I remember correctly.
Damn.
So I'm not fully serious at all. Actually, if I remember, we had scrimmed this team recently, and I can confirm the best player on this team is Elf Boy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm the offlaner, and obviously, if they were better than me, they're the best player on the team. That's how I.
That's
view
fair.
things.
You know, no one else on the team is good, so that makes sense.
I don't know. I have nothing to compare against. I'm only against one person.
We're gonna go with the Anduin and the Kael'thas this time round. This time Key on this Dukov, because you know Key only plays 2 heroes.
Damn,
Dukov
true.
And Aether. If Killadin is a 1-trick, he is a 2-trick. So, you know, maybe we'll see 3 and 4. Elfboy has shown us a menagerie of heroes with the 2 that he's played so far, so you know.
Elfboy can play every hero.
Confirmed.
I'm pretty
Best
convinced.
player on the team. Tyka's gonna be banned.
Teacup.
I wonder if we'll see him.
I forget. Stooky Bookie, Teacup. The best hero in the game was picked with Anduweeb. Oh, by the way, we gave Anduin a new name today. It's Anduweeb.
Oh my goodness.
You're welcome. Let's see. Hey, you know what? The nicknames for the heroes are great. Okay, it's what keeps us alive.
Do you remember when Giv said his name is Teacup now, and you said, and I quote, "That's dumb as fuck. I'm not calling him that."
Yep. And look who we are now.
We choke all gonna be
Embrace.
banned. Do you think the Tricky Gooses would meme enough in a real game?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. We'll have to ask
Yes.
them if they win, if they were planning on playing Cho'Gall.
All right, what hero are we gonna go with now? Sylvanas?
Sylvanas would be good, I think. I like Sylvanas. We're gonna go with Deathwing in May. I suspected it might be the Deathwing with
I do like the triple boozer.
with the Tychus band coming out there.
That's fair. That's fair. This team does like to lean on only having one hero with no health pool.
There's a bunch of big, thick boys just running it down ape in the lanes.
I mean, it is a legit strategy, right? Like if you either go massive support like they did last game, or they go big beef, which is hard to take care of. But it looks like we got sucky beef coming along our way on the side of, what's this team called?
Mnaval.
So Carnival.
I tried to look up what that
picked-
was today, and
what is it?
Google said, "Did you say mean naval?" And that was the.
And so Naval, I'm going with that now. Leoric and Malthael. What?
This is toxic. Like I feel like this is a really mean team.
Which team?
Yes.
Like, what does the Chromie do?
Throw sand.
Controls the objective. Okay. I guess they do have like 3 bodies in front of them, and then even
I mean,
Stukov. They're pretty hard to get to.
So what? I need to put the mouse on. So basically, what the members of Tricky Gooses are looking to do is Chromie stands at one side of the objective, Stukov stands at another, May stands at another, and Deathwing stands at another, and then you have a big circle of fuck you on all 4 points of the objective, and the enemy team can't get in. Is what I'm going with.
I guess that could work. I feel like there's a lot of beef on both sides now, though, and then the Malthael and the Leoric can suck away that beef, though. Oh, see, look at that! Look at his little
so
ore.
Cute, yeah.
Isn't it the cutest? It's Captain
really...
Limemouse in his hardy vessel. You can thank Crow for that one.
Oh, bless him.
Oh my! No, I'm sorry. He said his mighty vessel, not hardy vessel. That's what it was. His mighty vessel.
It's really cute. All right, we got a game on our hands. Let's talk about that. I'm wondering how far these streams can devolve until 1, people don't want me to cast them anymore, and 2, I get kicked off out of casting NGS.
Only one way to find out.
It's gonna devolve into a point where it's just you and me making grunts. It's not even gonna be like the English language. It's like an ultimate's gonna come out, we're both just gonna go. Pfft.
We just cast like cats one day. Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, Realistic is such a nice person. Heading in here, though, we do have the members of Mnaval on the blue side with Crimson Chin on that KT. We got Realistic on the Anduin. So here will be your Stitches yet again. Silence X on that Malthael, and shot down is your Leoric, who's getting stunned right now.
And on Tricky Gisai, we have Key on the Stooky Bookie, Killadin on the Chromie, Birdie on the Deathwing, Elf Boy on the Sonya, and Mini Ken doing their best McGiblets impression on the May.
Oof, I wonder if I can play more than one hero, though. Stitch is going to have to be saved with that leap of faith coming out clutch there. Lots of damage on Stitches, though. Feels bad. Poor here, it's on the Stitches, has been absolutely bonked, but they're doing their best, bless them. Looks like they might end up going down there. There's the silence, lots of Chromie damage. Anduin's doing his best, but that is going to be Stitches going down in the end. However, Minican has to use quite a bit of resources there. Crimson Chin able to avoid those sandblasts, and now it's all about them camps and lanes and stuff.
Look at them tag team that mid lane. And Elf Boy's like, yep, I'm out. Trying to look at these builds. Furious Blow, Reactive Ballista Spore. There's nothing interesting so far, I think, right?
You're gonna look. I don't play off lane. We have Consume Vitality on Leo. Is that standard?
That's what I've been going now. I'm not sure if it's the right talent, but since they did the slight change to Leoric's baseline kit, I like that better.
Makes sense.
Ooh, they get this
point.
point.
On here. They're definitely on the point. This is going to go over to the side of the red team. Blue Boy is saying, you know, not worth my time. However, so here looking for Killadin will find him. Does Stitches trade his life? No, because Stitches is a big fat bag of lard, so he's just going to be able to walk away with more health than Chromie went in with. So
that mini dragon got tag team by a Frankenstein monster and a dead Lich King, right? Is that what he is? Leoric?
He's a Skeleton King, so basically
Skeleton
yes.
King. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
that
think
poor
I've seen
dragon.
that video. Not that I watched that.
Which one? Where Leoric actually dies?
No, I was making... never mind.
Sorry, I might have... Oh, I got there.
The mini dragon got tag teamed.
Yeah, I got it. I got there. I made it. I'm cool too, kids. I'm not old.
Shotdown takes just a full Dragon Breath combo and a full Deathwing combo. Manages to get out of there with just a fraction of health missing thanks to that spooky growth from the Drain Hope there coming out. Not going to be able to find Elf Boy this time round. Objective is starting up soon. They got Malthael up on this top camp, doing his best. Going to finally get it, but he's going to come into this objective with a low set of hit points. Never mind, actually just going to top it up.
That's questionable.
Oh, they find Crowy
Oh.
this time round, and they're going for round 2. Killadin just gets absolutely bonked. Ken gonna try and save the day. And now it's all just to go to heal him. Leoric, though, in the top, just gets smashed.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that engage when your Malthael is Hearthing.
Yeah, doing the 4v5.
It is the one hero they literally don't want to get hooked. Minikin getting hooked by Sire? I want to say Cypher, but there's no P.
I always say Sahir. I hope that's right.
Sahir?
If they win, we'll ask them.
That's fair.
Ooh,
look at that.
Very
You know
nice.
what? Can they do this? They got the hook on May. Come
Crimson
on.
Chin is trying
Come
to
on,
clear him out, but
Stitches.
Realistic and Crimson Chin have absolutely no mana. Sahir has no mana. Lyric once again going to go down. Not going to be able to get off that leap of faith, and this is going to be a red Frozen Punisher. However, the team is pretty low. Ken has to Hearth, and the team is just going to continue to keep on pushing on through until they've hit those sippy cups.
I do wonder if they actually had gone to the objective as 5, if they would have won that. But also their focus was really split that last fight. Like almost everybody on Tricky Gisai were low, and yet no one was actually focusing a target. So like no one ended up dying.
It's always really
Also-
hard when you see the right thing. Yes, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna make a sarcastic comment. So go ahead. You have a real thing to
I
say.
mean, yeah, please.
I was gonna talk about these nerds in chat talking about Leoric, the Mad King of Tristram, who was risen and cursing. Look at all this lore. Who gives a shit?
Oh no! Be nice to my friends.
I'm kidding,
I know.
mostly. Hey, shot down 007. That's actually not a bad name, I guess. If you like those things.
I'm sure he'll be pleased to know that you approve of his name, or she, or they.
Yeah, okay. I like that one, Shinkari. I think it's a good one. See, I can take it. Actually, to be fair, the mouse that lives in the house does drop little tiny pieces of shit, so it's not an inaccurate statement. Okay, so they have all 5 here in the mid, or yeah, 4 naval. I forgot the team name already. They should be able to get this camp pretty easily, right?
They're gonna be able to finish it up there, Crimson Chin. Once they get that level 1 quest finished up, they should be able to do better here. The nice thing is that having all these thick bodies in the front makes it really easy to spread Living Bomb, especially something like Deathwing, who just kind of walks his fat body around. It's one of those things where it's like everybody else should move because he's so fat and slow. Like, you can't really blame him.
Yeah, it's like that's one of those times where it's like you have to walk away from me because I can't get away from you.
I mean, it's always super frustrating as Deathwing when they're like, you spread bomb to me, and it's like, I literally move at 1/4 of your speed, and my body is triple the size, so...
Shrug. Is that March of the Black King?
It is.
I guess that could get good value.
So we're going all over the place, spicy here. If the members of Mnaval are able to, I can't find the words. If they're able to pull this off, then it's going to be an incredible combo. However, there are so many ways that this can go wrong. We are going to, ooh, nice root. Sisa here gets a safety there. Look for the hook onto May. Finds her. We don't have ice block here. They are going to dodge the KT stun. Leo is down here. Sonya's getting free push up in the top lane, which is also coincidentally where that next objective is going to be. So blue team needs to make their way up. In fact, Malthael already on the way back. A little bit of extra damage down here in the bottom just for good measure. Let's see how Mnaval can look to turn this around.
I think Araka, if you have to actually worry about living bombs and where you are at, I think you need to reconsider where you live.
We find out Raka lives in like Syria.
Oh, then in that case, you definitely need to reconsider where you live. All right, who's gonna get this objective? The team that has really good wave clear, or the team that has really good wave clear? Go.
Ooh, that's a tough one. The ice wall coming out, not connected onto anybody there, makes it a little bit harder for Tricky Gooses. Are going to see Sonya pap the Wrath there. 2 heroics being spent right now, and nobody losing any.
This should go to Naval then, right?
I really like their comp. I like to see what they can do. We are going to see the Cataclysm come out here as well. They still have Bellowing Roar, which they are going to pop onto 2 members. Citrus is going to be pulled back into the thick of things. There's Pretend coming out. There's going to be Sonya going down. Time Loop coming through.
That was sick.
Here
Oh, look at
in the
Stuki
backline.
Buki's been consumed.
Oh, man.
There's no portal for you to get out this time, my friend. You had to actually rely on skill. Oh, didn't make it. Did I say that out loud? I'm so sorry.
Iconic duo.
Imagine having to use portals all the time to save your out-of-position players and not have him this game because Medivh got banned.
I mean, game number 1 was probably a Mercy win by Mnaval, right? Gotta be. Is that too mean?
I
How
don't know.
much do our friends like us?
Not very after this.
That's fair. This is gonna go over to the side of Mnaval.
To be fair, if what goes around comes around, I'm gonna say that Sahir has been playing like they have level 13 hooks. You're not level 13 yet, my friend. Right, there's the range. There they go. Now they can play like they have those hooks.
Well, May hitting a spicy
You get
position,
everybody.
unless
We
you
get
hook the
everybody.
wall. That's unfortunate. Is Chromie going to be able to do much into this? This is a Mortar Punisher, so, you know, he's the 3rd best out of the 3 you can get. Some might say the worst. Birdie going to have to use that Bellowing Roar to escape Leoric as he just sucks off most of that health.
All right, so far, the team with the good wave clear, really strong wave clear, was able to take that one. Wait, what
Oh.
did Soda just die? Oh, the bottom.
Oh, down on the bottom.
Oh.
It looks like Last Rites was used and she got bonked.
Yeah.
And the free camp.
Malthael
You
does
love to
that.
see it.
Did Malthael catch her on the camp?
I don't know. I wish I did.
No, I wasn't watching either. Unlucky.
I think so, if I had to guess. This is going to be another camp going over to the blue team as well here. And it's kind of unfortunate because with the Chromie, I don't feel like you necessarily have the finishing potential.
Yeah, that's what confused me with the Chromie. Is it's a lot of poke damage, which is fine, but I feel like you need a finisher, and they don't have that.
I mean,
Unless they consider Sonya the
That's
finisher.
what I was wondering, if they're going to try and use Sonya to finish. But she's been soaking most of the lane, so the members of Mnaval
They
just
go
been
Wrath.
escaping with like 40%
Oh!
health.
Oh, that's a good ice wall.
Trying to get a little bit extra damage.
None
in.
shall
Oh!
steal.
Oh!
Ooh, got looped.
Loop coming through, Sonya in a little bit of a tricky position. It is going to be my mouse running off to the side of the screen. You're going to see Ken taking a little bit of damage there. Has to drop that Blizzard. Elfboy getting rather low. Stun out into the KT. That is going to be the Pyroblast coming through, and I don't think there's enough healing in the world for Key right now. No, the time trap! Oh, no! If he had anything, it's gone now. Much like Elfboy's hit points.
Tricky Gooses excel at being in tricky positions. That's not bad.
Death to Fire, thank you very much for the follow. My first question is why, but also thank you. I appreciate it. That's really kind of you. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm assuming you are, otherwise you wouldn't have followed.
Nah, you don't know. Nah, they hate the stream, that's why they're here.
Probably. The instant gratification of seeing your name on the screen.
Turns out Deathwing cannot still be hooked. I know that was actually meant for May, but that was just funny to see.
I'm curious if they went for the 5%. Yeah, so they did go for the Serrated Edge, which is the hook equating to 5% of the max health. So that'll be really good against May and Sonya, who can be hooked. And then for Deathwing, since he is just kind of a sitting duck, it helps out a little bit. I mean, 5% doesn't seem much, but, you know.
They have all the CDR, right? Yeah, I guess so. They got the CDR. And they had the meat hook. Okay. I guess.
Ooh, looking for the hook.
All right. So far, Naval has been looking actually pretty good on this map.
I really
like
like this comp. It works well.
Yeah. Well, it's also a good response because Tricky Geese did show that they were going to go big beef early. Like they held their Chromie ? Instead of holding like the Deathwing or whatever. So it allowed Naval to adapt their draft, so to speak, right? They knew they had a lot of beef, and they were like, well, we can just take Leoric and Malthael then.
Absolutely. We're going to see the Cataclysm come through here. That it's going to be a lot of damage on the Realistic and 2 Stitches, who is feared away. Leoric takes quite a bit of damage. They try to get the pull off once again. He goes down. That is going to be the trade for Deathwing there. Ken, very low. We have that Ignite from the level 16. That is going to be the Pyroblast coming out. There is no more Ice Block. In fact, she even went for... Oh! What a save!
Wow, that was actually pretty slick. That was pretty slick. All right, that was actually really impressive.
That was absolutely nuts.
Your
Props
no
to the
Killadin
members of
is like, I have a time trap there, and he's like, oh, okay, and he slid it, and he barely slid there in time. Nice. Nice.
Really, really well done. This is going to be the Arcane Punisher coming through here for the side of Mnaval. If you hear Ginger in the back, she's very excited. Arcane Punisher is her favorite, so she's got to run through the house and make a bunch of noise whenever it comes out. This middle fort is going to go down, and we'll see how much more value they can get. It's still a very healthy Punisher. Chromie does excel at Anti-Siege. Not going to find the hook here. And they may start up believing this as the Punisher has been pulled up to that top lane. So just kidding, he's coming back down to the mid. Didn't like it up there.
Didn't like it up there.
He was like,
my
this
mouse
top lane
just
is
stopped
too...
working. That's annoying. There it goes again. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. So far though, no matter what, it does look like Naval is dominating this map, honestly. I wonder if there's anything Tricky Geese can do to actually get back in this at this point.
Maybe once they get the piercing sands, they'll be able to do a little bit more. I understand why they picked up the Chromie, and they have a really good amount of wave control. Oh my gosh.
That hook. That Stukov was behind everyone, the whole universe.
Now he's giving his bomb to the whole U.S. Army. We're already going to pick up another one. They did end up going Protect for level 1 here. Ken, it will go down. Yeah, ends up dropping here. Not to that last right, so... I believe, how many stacks? Did he get a stack there?
I don't know. So here, though, we using that level 13 hook. Once they got that, they've been like landing their hooks, which I understand as a Stitches. Like, it can be really hard to readapt, particularly when you played Stitches the game before. You're like, oh, that's right, my hooks are, you know, shorter. What is it, like 40%? Yeah, it's a pretty big shift.
Yeah.
All right, well, they're gonna. Oh man, they just dominate this map. I'm trying to figure out what on earth the Tricky Geese can do to get back in this. I'm not sure there is anything at this point.
It's really hard with the Chromie. I'm curious if maybe we had a Vala, or Vala is super, I mean, Chromie's super squishy too, so. But just something that can deal an insane amount of burst spell damage and an insane amount of auto attack damage.
What about Orphean?
Orphean would have been absolutely nuts, probably.
That's what I'm thinking. I think Orphan could have been really good.
It offers great wave clear, so.
And she can still yeet herself out too.
Right. Yeah. Orphean would have been a really solid pickup here, but
plus they have the ice wall with the May combo. Like, there's combo potential there.
Trying to think of other. I mean, just because we all know the Tricky Geese like to play unusual, interesting comps. They have a couple of Maya players, so.
That's all. Oops, all melee though. I don't know if you really wanted that.
I mean. Fair.
Ooh, Elf Boy? Elf Boy? Stitches, they're gonna look for the hook, right? They're gonna look.
Any second now.
Oh, I thought they were gonna do it. Oh, they're getting the camp, that's why. Okay.
Fair enough. They have level 20, so potentially the best time to fight is right now. They're checking the bushes. Chromie does have, he's actually gone for the level 20 stuck in a loop. So the extra CDR, which is absolutely insane to me because you can't really cast Tempor. I don't know if you can cast the skills as fast as they come off cooldown.
You can if you're good at the game. I'm
Fair
not,
enough.
so I can't do it.
So
but
I can't do
yeah.
that.
No, I can't do it either.
Yeah, I'm a silver scrub. I was a gold scrub, but my team fucking sucked, so.
Wow. I don't know. I went up in rank. I'm diamond, so I don't know what you're talking about. I guess it's not up. I used to be diamond. It's factually correct, probably, right? Is that how that works?
It's just a known fact that I'm not good at the game.
Wow.
I'm not good at Battlegrounds either. We have a pause, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw that, which is why we're bringing it back to here. Realistic has left the game. Setting unrealistic expectations for internet can be unfortunate. I feel like I've punned their name so much that I'm going to have to apologize to them if they get the interview tonight.
I just thought you wanted to see Captain Linehouse again in their mighty vessel.
I am very excited. Like that was part of the thing, and that I was like, oh, you just did a baby. Oh, thank you.
Oh, they're back.
Oh, they back. All right, there's one R. As the rest of the team are. I'm not looking forward to putting this VOD on YouTube.
What are you talking about? We're sweethearts.
All right, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. There's the right button. All right, I hope you like that NGS stinger because we saw it 3 times there.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've just been talking about how great both these teams are. They're really just upstanding citizens, and I'm just so happy to be able to cast them. That ice wall miss. It's an early pull. Wait, he double pull? He double pulled the Leoric. Was there E down? That's unfortunate.
They saw
Just
it
to
from
go
their
back.
side, it was probably a good thing. We do have the upgraded March of the Black King, and I wasn't sure about it because, you know, we know how good Entomb is versus a Deathwing, but this Leo was actually just pogging out of his mind right now. Like, Elfboy's gonna come and try to put an end to it. Finally, we'll get it with a couple of
And goodbye,
slams.
Elfboy.
Oh,
You can
it
run.
was nice knowing it.
Wait, are they gonna make it to the time trap?
Oh, the ignore pain. I don't know if it matters
that's
though,
not
because
bad.
2 of their members died, and they're 2 pretty critical members. And this is a full health Mortar Punisher. I mean, Mortar Punisher is kind of potatoes, but with their comp, they
That's
should
a
be able to
full
end the
suck
game,
build,
maybe?
Leoric. Interesting.
Oh, this is like Justin's suck dick and win build.
Why is my...
I'm really afraid to put this on YouTube. People are gonna go to my YouTube and they're gonna see this.
You don't have to.
I do for NGS.
Make it private. It's on there.
All right, that is going to be the core fallen super quick. This Punisher is nice and healthy. Sonya has returned to come help out, but that core is falling so fast. That is going to be game number 2, going over to the side of Mnaval.
We're going to game 3, huh?
Yeah, we are. That is factually correct, considering it's a best of 3, and both teams have won a game.
Remember when NGS only had 2 games back in the day? Because they were stubborn and didn't want to change it to get best of 3 for the longest time? I remember.
That was always super awkward because when each team won a game, some of the casters would pull like both the teams in and like talk about how the games went. So you were just sitting there with the other team captain, just shitting on your rival about how the game worked in your favor.
So how did it feel to tie today? Well, you know, we didn't really want to draw, but NGS has stupid rules, and their leadership is too dumb to actually change this until we whine for about 2 or 3 seasons.
I was talking more about the fact of like, oh, how did you guys win
where
game
you were
number
going.
1? It's like, well, we farmed the Kael'thas, and the Kael'thas is sitting in a game, and he's like, yeah, It's kind of like the same when we absolutely bonked your healer who has no map awareness. You're like, bro, you didn't even come
Can you
through.
imagine? Can you imagine? You have to get good for at least 2 games in a row, not just 1. Draw.
All right, taking a look at
I'm gonna
talents
get
here.
outcast from NGS after this.
We're
match,
both
probably.
gonna be in trouble after this one. I remember.
Actually, though, going back to the actual match. Going back to the actual match. Actually, I really did like the adjustment that Naval made. I forgot their actual team name again. Sorry,
Mnaval?
but Mnaval made. Yeah, because like, I think I would like to know for sure, but I have a feeling that they did adjust their draft based on what Tricky Goose did show. And so I think it's one of those like nice little draft lessons too, right? Like they showed too much of their hand on the side of Tricky Geese. Because like, let's be honest, was Chromie really what was needed to be held there? I mean, if they were still thinking about that, which I still think was probably the wrong choice, I still think maybe like what Orphea or whatever is better, or Orphan, as we like to call her in the hood. So, but given them that chance to adapt their draft, I mean, look how that worked really well for them.
Yeah, I can't sing enough praises about the draft of Mnaval here. You hit the nail on the head. They knew exactly what they needed to do, so they went ahead and just adapted. Shot down here, just absolutely going out of their mind, especially in that late game. The upgraded March of the Black King just destroying the back line in that last team fight. It got rid of Chromie, so then there was no anti-push. There was no wave clear really for them anymore. And then getting rid of the Mei, there was just nothing they could do.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we have game number 3 all rocking and rolling and ready to go. But I'm going to bring it back to us for just a second So I can ask the team if we can have 2 minutes to refill drinks and bathrooms, all that sorts of good stuff. So you, chat, can grab a snack and be right back as we head into game number 3. In fact, I'll actually bring you over to the score screen so we can see our last game of the evening is going to be played on Battlefield of Eternity. This was picked up by the members of... once again, picked up by the red team here. Picked up by Tricky Geese, Gooses, Geeseys, Macy's.
Geese eye.
Alrighty. So you guys take a look at that. I'm going to ask the team for just 2 minutes. And then we will be back for game number 3 and the thrilling conclusion of this set. So please stick around. Again, grab that snack, be right back, and we'll see you in a moment.
Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to do? Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to prove? Write it down in ink, I'm a drunk tattoo, always here with you. Don't you know that I'll be there for you wherever you go? I'm a guarantee like Curry's 3 and Harden's free throw. Whenever you're lost, I'm blue. I find some clues to see you soon. And when the show ends, the credits roll with our tune. The piano's out of tune, but I'll play it for you so we can have stuff to do in the afternoon. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stick till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry. Sometimes we get drunk and buy shit that we find online. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stick till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to do? Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to prove? Write it down in ink, I'm a drunk tattoo, always here with you. Call me fast, I drive down in a flash. 2 hands on the whip, won't crash. Changing lanes so quick with blush. Twist and turn so drastic, life feels like a Tarantino. Don't know where it ends, moving dice, a casino. The piano's out of tune, but I'll play it for you so we can have stuff to do in the afternoon. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stick till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry. And sometimes we get drunk and buy shit that we find online. I'll be here for you, yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll stick till it's through, yeah, you know that it's true. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to do? Tell a couple jokes and enjoy the view. I'll be here for you. Don't you know that I'll be here for you till we got nothing left to prove? Write it down in ink, I'm a drunk tattoo, always here with you. When it's coming at you like monsters in the night.
Alrighty, heading back in just for a second before we head into the draft because the teams are already rocking and rolling. If you didn't catch the last set of games or the last little bit before we headed into our break, this is game number 3. We're heading to Battlefield of Eternity. Without further ado, let's hop over that way.
Nintendo lied to me. I went to this website and it doesn't tell me at all why it's down. Oh, we're doing this again? Shit. Sorry.
Is it because you need to get good?
That's what I'm told. That's usually what happens. Medivh getting banned out again. They don't want to mess with that. They learned from game 1.
I mean, usually when you have a Medivh player, they won't play it on this map just because it doesn't really do much for race, and this is kind of an awkward map to play Medivh on because the portal... Yeah.
I
But
don't know, I
this is his worst map. At least as far as like Storm Division and CCL goes. I don't know about our division.
I don't know. I've seen Medivh play on this map pretty effectively. I think I don't see. I feel like Medivh's one of those heroes. Like if your team knows how to play with it, particularly in Division. What are we? Division A.
This is Division A, yes.
Yeah, I would say like anything really below the top divs. Like if you have a good Medivh, most teams don't play against Medivh that often, so they don't know how to expect or how to counter it that well or play against it. So I
Right.
feel like you just run train no matter what map you're on almost with the Medivh. So it's like an automatic ban against your team.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, he's still definitely good, and I think you definitely have a point there. We're actually going to see Vala let through, so going to be picked up by Birdie, and then ETC also here. But just touching back on Medivh, you know, his worst map doesn't necessarily mean that he is going to do poorly. It's just typically this is the one we see him less. You know, like the worst Olympic athlete, like the guy who places 8th in the 100 freestyle at the Olympics. Like he's still an Olympic athlete, right? He's better than the rest of us.
That's true. That's true. Although if you read some of the stories about those Olympic athletes and what they do, woo! They're let's just say they like to have a lot of fun when they're at the Olympic houses.
Yeah, I hear like everybody gets. They bring more home than gold medals. Let's just say when you're in those Olympic villages.
Well, I think my favorite one was someone mentioned like imagine you are one of the most physically fit human beings in the world, surrounded by the most physically fit human beings in the world. What do you think is gonna happen? Anyway,
yeah.
Andu Weave got banned out on a Battlefield of Eternity. Diablo, Captain Pew Pew. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Dibbles, Captain Pew Pew, Teacup getting banned out. What are we gonna see here? We're gonna see. What do we see? Stukov or Uther? What do you think?
Going to what they have, probably Stukov. I'm assuming we're gonna see Stukov here, unless he feels super spicy and he's gonna maybe pull out the Lucio. Yeah, but Stukov.
And the Stuky Bookie Varian. Now is that C Smash, Win More, or is that Taunt? Is that offlane ETC? I bet you it's offlane ETC.
I don't know what geese are doing. You know, you could be like, this is an offlane Brightwing, and I'm like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. This is an offlane and $100. Oh, maybe not. No.
That'd be awesome if it was offlane Anna. I would be the happiest little boy in the world if that was offlane Anna. Killadin, all right. Minikin, they're gonna swap with Offboy. Yep, that is offlane ETC. Nailed it.
Huh.
So
no,
like I mean,
thing now, like.
So they buffed ETC's AA build. Like he's like level 4 beyond. You can't kill the stupid cow. Particularly when you're Thrall. Like that Thrall is not going to do anything.
They nerfed his level 7 though, right?
I don't think so. Remember.
They nerfed the wave clear talent. What is that called?
Oh, I don't give it. But we're on Battlefield of Eternity. They don't give a shit about wave clear.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, this is the map. You can throw anything in the offlane. You're like, yeah. I mean, we've run offlane Garrosh in the past, which is a copyrighted strategy, trademark, no steal. I will call the authorities.
No steal Z's. She'll call the Hoots police on you.
Composition, do not steal. All right, head into BOE.
Sorry, I love the Captain Limehouse thing. That's all I'm looking at right now.
I know. It's so
no,
not
to be fair, your hair does look glorious, but Captain Limehouse, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Rocker roasting me earlier. She's like, you got cat earphones, but your hair's too big. And I'm like, wow. That's
she's
true,
not wrong.
But you didn't need to say it. Shut up. Heading on into game number 3, our final game of the evening. We got realistic on that Ana. So here is going to be your Diablo. Shot down on that Rainer. Crimson Chin is your Li Ming. And up in the top, it is Silent X on that Thrall.
And on the tricky Geesai side, we got Elf Boy on that offlane ETC, Birdie rocking that Vala, Key on his one of two tricks, Killadin on the Meave, and Miniken playing Anduweeb's Papa.
Oh, a shot, lucky shot there for Key hitting ETC, or ETC, Diablo, not ETC, ETC's on his team. Pull onto Diablo, he's gonna walk away. Nice charge. I'm surprised this charge didn't stop at the silence. That's interesting.
Consistency is not in the game name of the game for
Spaghetti
Blizzard.
code.
Look at this. I'm at the top lane right now. Elf Boy's just having fun.
Wow. Yeah, no, ETC literally gives no...
0 Fs.
Yeah, that.
Cypher! Cypher! Oh, they missed. Killed it, almost got it. That was pretty good. Look at all those resets on Meave.
Very close. Oh, Chad Vala. Birdie, please. Like, don't encourage this.
I don't know. Blizzard encouraged it, so you know.
I hate Vala so much, dude. Like, whenever I see a Vala in my game, like, I know I can beat it, but it just feels bad to play against. It's just so miserable.
I mean, I thought just playing the game itself was miserable most of the time.
That's true. I'd rather play Battleground. Uh-oh, shot down. A little bit of trouble. Gonna back away.
I'm actually watching this top lane. This poor Thrall had no idea. Silent had no idea what was about to befall them, and they just literally can't do anything. Where do they go at level 1? They went Echo of the Elements. Oh, my sweet summer child. You needed Rolling Thunder.
Maybe after it gets that second lightning charge. Uh-oh.
Maybe. I'm
You're
curious to see
making
that make a
noises that
difference.
it's stressing me out as the observer.
Sorry. I'm just
That's
like,
okay. No,
I'm just
I want
thinking.
to
I'm just
know.
thinking out loud.
I mean, I want to know if somebody's dying. If I miss it. Then
Oh no, I'm more
okay.
just thinking out loud. Like, okay, so we got 4 stacks on Echo somehow. Only 4 stacks, my brother. You need. It's 2 minutes in, my dude.
He's doing his
it's-
best. It's hard versus ET. I mean, like, but Silent X has been playing out of his mind. Elf Boy is on another level, and I don't think
Oh, yeah, no,
anybody
that's fair.
anticipated
Oh,
off-lane ETC. Ooh, they steal the camp away. Don't get any kills.
I mean, Elf Boy is the best player on their team, so that's fair. That's fair. Followed by Killadin.
That's fair.
After that, I'm not sure.
After that, okay,
It's between Birdie and Ken.
yeah.
I can't decide though. Elf Boy making that. Oh man, I'm just every time I look up here, I just feel bad for the Thrall. And then I remember he's a member of the Horde, and I stopped caring. What up?
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, well, it was nice having you, Linehouse.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
So I'm really curious about the. I mean, obviously,
done it.
auto attack
Top one.
Vala just
Done
got
it.
buffed. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy!
Uh-oh, Key. Oh, goodbye, Thrall. Up in the top. Sorry, I was watching Key get blasted by. Oh no, the stun! Just kidding. It's his own immortal. I'm stupid. Sorry. Oh, see here. Run. Killadin looking for Ana. She's going for an adventure. However, the team is super split. She runs to her own immortal. Everyone gets stunned. That's the taunt. Goodbye, Ana. Bonked.
Birdie. Meanwhile, Birdie's casually trying to clear the bot lane.
As you do.
I mean, they don't need them.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I was curious about. I mean, we've gone for the extra vault here for Vala with that Death Dealer.
Well, how can you be a Chad Vala if you can't vault twice?
True, fair enough. All right, goodbye, ETC. Or, yeah, why do I keep getting them confused? They look nothing alike.
Okay, Snag. If I wanted to cast with Snag, I would be casting with Snag. Look at that triple pull by Killadin, the best player on this team. Second best player, I'm sorry. Elf Boy's the best player.
Nobody has
Meanwhile,
any mana
Chad
on
Vala.
this team.
They don't need mana. Where they're going, they don't need mana.
Team gonna try and step in here. They've got a little bit more of a traditional draft, so that is gonna be the blue immortal going down here, though. And going back to the earlier point, though, obviously auto attack Vala is the new hot. Would you pick it on BOE? I mean, clearly it's working for right now, but it is going to continue to work into the likes of Raynor and Lehman.
I think so. They have a lot of, again, it's like, look how thick their line is, right? They have Varian, ETC, so they have 2 actual tanks, right? They don't have a bruiser, they have 2 tanks. And they even have a Mayev, which people are going to be looking at. So I feel like the Vala can actually probably play relatively aggressive and keep getting those autos off because the Stukov is mostly going to be concerned about healing them.
Absolutely. Realistic going to end up going down here. It's so unfortunate to be Ana right now. Just the hard thing here is like you said, that's a great point. There's nothing to really dive on Vala, so she can just do kind of whatever she wants. I mean, yeah, you got ETC, or oh my god. You have Diablo.
It's like ETC, but, you know,
it's
the Lord
like
of Terror.
ETC, but it dies more. Oh, nice save. Just kidding. Unlucky. You know, taking one for the team, as we do. Is that going to be the end of Killidan? No, nice
Nope.
vault.
Vault. Lol.
Damn, imagine if
Mega
our
lol.
Maya player played like this instead of being trash.
Imagine if we all played like this instead of being trash.
That's a fair point, then we wouldn't be in Division B.
That's true. Meanwhile, look at the bot lane.
Oh my goodness. Get him, Silent X, I believe. Believe in the heart of the thrall. Oh, well,
right.
goodbye.
18 of 20. Oh, ETC died in the top lane, everyone.
Shut up. Why are you bullying? I'm doing my best.
Listen,
Or
if we
build
can,
with auto. I didn't even
we
realize
bully.
it was or build. That's the
We
choice.
bully everyone.
That's
how
fair.
this goes. No one is safe.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bot lane.
Uh-oh.
Done it. No, he's... Okay, they're playing near. Alright, they learned from the last time.
I mean, imagine if Elfboy hit that slide, though. Worst player on the team, am I right? Lol.
I mean, that was like a snag S slide, let's be honest.
Just at Elfboy. Why are you playing like our tank player? Not good.
Listen, I know you're just enjoying yourself on the off lane, but you still gotta land your stuns.
Did it manage to pick up that bottom camp there? The nicest memento is not nothing to be messed around with. That wasn't English.
It was almost English,
It
though.
was
I was gonna let it
almost
slide, but then you brought it back, so, you know, now I gotta
know.
make fun of you. Now I have no choice.
I mean, well, we had to go through the ticks. We insulted Chow. We've insulted both teams. We've insulted both the casters. So I think we've hit everybody. We
Oh,
insulted
look at
NGS.
that.
Oh
Look
my
at
god,
that
mosh
slide.
is disgusting.
Oh, my.
Goodbye, Mnaval. It was nice
Do you see how
knowing
fast
you.
that team converged on that mosh pit? It'd be nice if my team did that.
It'd be nice if our ETC players ever hit mosh.
Ooh. Got him.
Oh, no.
Got him. Oh,
Diablo.
ETC. What are you doing? Oh, wait. Is that Diablo? I thought that was ETC. I'm so confused.
Ah.
You can't be there anymore, buddy. So anyway, they started blasting. They got this camp on the left.
Oh, the
Vala-
camp
Chad
is
Vala.
taken. The Immortal is taken. This is disgusting. I hate
They're
everything
looking. Look
about
at this. They're looking. They want more blood.
Oh, goodness.
Man.
Mnaval turn it around. I can't in good conscience root for this Vala to win. Also, Key's on the team, so you know. He's my
I mean-
friend, so I can't hope that he wins.
That's true. It's actually correct. Oh, imagine getting stunned by the Immortal when there's no pressure on you.
He did manage to grab that camp over there for the team, though. You know, dropping the spooky arm allows them
I
to get it.
mean-
They got a little bit of extra help here. Everyone's just left kill it and to lose half their health. But, you know, they're going to be able to turn it around here, hopefully.
I feel like they've turned up a level. I think games 1 and 2, they're like warming up a little bit. Like their map awareness in this game has been like wildly amazing. They're going to camps, they're getting picks. They're like everywhere. They're like little gnats everywhere all the time.
That's one of the most frustrating team comps to play against. We did see the Nano Boost come out to help Li Ming clear this a little bit faster. However, this Fortin is not long for this world. Lots of heroics coming out there. Diablo actually, with that Devil's Due, gonna be nice and healthy. Of course, the fort still ends up going down. They had Mosh Pit in that fight, didn't end up using it there. In fact, we look.
They wanted.
Encore.
Oh,
coming
sorry.
out. Oh, just Encore makes the Mosh come back faster, which is super frustrating.
I think they held the Mosh because of Sunder.
Makes sense.
They drew Sunder out, and now they were able to Mosh. Now here's their Mosh. Yeah.
Oh man, they didn't even need a
Their
Mosh
poor
there. The
Anna.
poor team.
No, that Anna gets away without Mosh, so that was needed.
That's fair. Stuck
Also,
in the cowboy
imagine-
stance.
Imagine being on the other end of the gate and getting moshed. That has to be the worst feeling in the world.
I
Like you,
can't think of anything worse.
like you're just like, I feel like I'm position find, and the mosh circle barely gets you, nips you in your little heels, and you're like, well, fuck.
I guess I'll die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But the
Oh,
game.
no. Okay, we're fine. All right, I left for a little bit, but we're back. All we're seeing is Elf Boy actually getting blasted here.
Nah, they're fine. Never in doubt.
All right. Down in the bottom. We're going to see the fight here. ETC is low. They have Mosh in 30 seconds, maybe more if they fight around the camp. Pond. Ooh, there's the silence. There's the follow.
Root, there it
ETC.
is.
There's the knockback.
There it
Mosh
is.
back up. My camera wants to go to Africa. ETC goes down. Thrall and Raynor traded out, though Crimson is low. They're here running for their life, but will end up giving it for the team. No! Unless, oh, close. Unlucky.
I thought you said, so ETC now finally went down. Diablo went down beforehand, right? Is that what?
I don't even know.
I'm not letting you go, by the way. I'm not gonna let it go.
Some stuff happened. It looks like Tricky Gooses are ahead. That may change. We'll see.
I actually don't know what Naval. I don't know what Naval can do to get back in this, to be honest. I think this is a really, really finely crafted comp
Yeah.
by the Tricky Gisai. Oh no!
Oh,
ETC,
no.
don't go there!
Oh no! Oh, the silence. Oh, the sleep is good though. Oh, he's back in. My child, you had an escape. Okay, he's fine.
Oh, the target focus. They tried to get the Ana instead, and they didn't get anybody.
Unfortunate.
Got greedy.
Damn, that's a BG Johanna means family play. You hate to see it.
That's a specialty right there.
Oh man.
Oh,
ETC,
good boy.
pop like a
Goodbye,
balloon.
Yelp. Finally, the Diablo actually was able to get a nice little pin on somebody. I feel like they've been struggling all game to get that, unfortunately.
Diablo just feels so bad to play right now. Godspeed, anyone who picks them. Baby, you're all by yourself. Oh, she coming. Oh, Lord. Nice silence.
Nice Sunder.
The sleep's a bit on point. The Sunder has been doing really well. Yeah, Paula just
Oh,
popped
oh.
again. Oh, no. King didn't even get his ult off.
Well,
Well,
that's how you get back in this, right?
yeah, you know, Mnaval said
And
hold my
stunned
beer.
by the Immortal again.
They actually didn't even have 16, so they just came in and clapped super hard. Props
They came
to
in guns blazing.
Blue team, even down, certainly not out. Thrall has to clear the lanes. They still have both keeps, which is important. And it's really funny that we ended here because you were like, I'm not sure how they get back in it, but this is Heroes of the Storm. So you win one team fight post 16, and then you just end the game because nothing else matters.
Post 20, you have to get the team fight at this level.
Debatable. They don't have Thrall, so they have to be careful with this push. Vala is now alive, so she should just be able to poke this thing down from Africa because Blizzard was like, wouldn't it be super fun if the game was unfun?
Does it even get a fort? It has to get a fort, right?
It's gotta get a fort. It's
13
a
minutes
13-minute Immortal. There's the Hyperion to help.
Oh my. Okay, yeah, the Hyperion helps. Yes, sir. Hey, do you remember that week when Hyperion was busted? Ooh, that's Sunder.
Really good Sunder. Oh man, kill
Oh,
it.
kill it.
Reset after reset. Is it enough? Oh my, oh, goodbye.
It gets them over the gate. Oh, they're fine.
Goodness.
That's close though.
Is this gonna keep it? No, there's no
I mean,
way.
it might now. There's two dead.
dead?
There's
That's
two
true.
dead.
All their damage is dead. Damn, did they just win here? If they do, that's incredible.
Dude, that'd be
Well played by
awesome.
them.
Cause if they find a way to win this, I think they got out drafted. So if they find a way to win this, it'd be awesome.
And it's just so hard picking Diablo, especially picking him early. You just kind of, there's so many folks, like even Lucio, who, yeah, they get the keep, just straight up, shot down, finish it, shoots down the keep, low. But yeah, just picking the Diablo early. Even heroes like Lucio, who, you know, you say, oh, Diablo counter was Lucio. Now he gets countered by Lucio because he's just so fast and he pushes off and ruins your day. So.
Did you see that post that Justine made apparently?
Dustin made a post. Was it about his cat?
No, it was about like talents not to pick
Oh, no.
in Heroes of the Storm for CCL, and apparently Devil's Due is on that list, and I'm not sure why. I've been trying to figure it out
Oh,
since
that
I
was
saw it.
Caterpillar. He's old and
Oh, was it
crusty, so
Cattle?
we don't have to listen to anything.
Oh, I
he
thought it was
says.
Justine. Okay,
No,
I actually
no.
care what Justine says, but if it's Cattle, who gives a shit? Cattle's terrible at the game.
Oh, no. All right, we've ascended to a new level of flame. People who aren't even here.
Okay. Yeah, who cares about cattle? That's a has-been and a half.
Damn.
Like there's lots of has-beens, but whew. Am I right? Am I right, fam? No one? Okay. Anyway.
I don't know how much, you know. Oh, there's the sleep. There's the lightning. I really like the lightning breath pickup here. I think it's doing a lot of work, especially on this Vala. And not going to kill anybody GS yet. Kill it and we'll get the pull onto 2 members there. Thrall actually ends up going down. So as quickly as that opening came, it looks like the Gooses are right back on top of this. The Immortal just shreds like tissue paper.
See what Elpo was able to do there? They slid past the kill target, Thrall, and then blocked the rest of the team from being able to get in there, and then just casually walked away. I think that was pretty. I mean, I just like seeing like little plays like that the offlane does not get respect for ever.
I mean, they're our coolest and most attractive players, but they just get no love.
Actually, correct.
Caterpillar is like a 4-man cattle bruiser.
Alrighty.
Silence comes out. There's the Maiev. Diablo looking to come in. The pings have come out. There's the Warden's Cage. There's the taunt. Everybody is having a party. There's going to be that Mosh. Ana just going down. Li Ming, though, able to drop. That isn't going to be enough. Yes, Reina the next to fall. That Immortal is falling. They lose his Li Ming.
GG.
Pretty much it. It's looking
No,
like
it's
the
already
beginning
over.
of the end here. Maiev finally getting that level 20. Doesn't need it. Thrall will end up going down. It's just Li Ming. Diablo has the souls, but at this point, with only this keep standing, it's going to be a miracle
Level
to bring
20s.
back. Yeah, 20's online.
Yeah. I mean, Varian did die there though,
True.
so that helps a little bit. I still think it's probably. Oh.
No, please don't.
They thought about it.
I'm glad they didn't. I mean, this keep is down. They've got to do a lot of work. Li Ming can try and get in here.
Anna
She's
comes
full orb
back.
build, so it's going to be
Rainer.
rather difficult.
Well, it's like a very healthy Immortal. I still think it's GG, but
It's looking
yeah,
like
Diablo's
it.
died.
On his back. Diablo's dead for the full 58 seconds. Thrall's back here, so is Rainer. Oh, the core is bleeding fast. He knocks them all away, and yeah, that's just going down.
is that a
Game
flawless?
number 3 and the series going over to the side of Tricky Gooses. Is it flawless? Let's look.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't for K.
Alrighty. Well,
Buki died already.
damn K ruining the dream.
That's a 7 death Diablo and a 5 death Ana. That's rough.
Okay, 9 deaths. It wasn't just K. Everybody died at least once in the game, so you know. You know.
You know?
Really well done by both teams tonight. I always love when we have a 3-game series.
I think we only exclusively cast 3-game series. It feels
So,
like.
so far, yeah, all of our games have been 3 games, much to the chagrin of when we have another game ready to go.
I mean, I said it already. I feel like that draft was perfection, at least for what they wanted and what the other team had.
Yeah, I don't even know what
it was
changes
so hard to
you
deal with.
make.
I'm trying to remember the draft order. I mean, you can't take Thrall. I think when they took the Varian, I don't think they realized that BTC was going off lane because they picked the Thrall into that. I don't know what you picked though to actually win that matchup off the top of my head.
The only thing I think is if maybe they just went, gosh, I don't know. Maybe a kitey hero?
What Blaze and Bunker? Does that do anything? Does that change anything?
If they had the Blaze in the bunker, then they could bunker when they get into the Warden's Cage. So that
And
negates a little bit of damage.
they also have that massive AoE stun. I don't know if it's enough though. But I mean, Blaze does kind of disrupt the Meave. When was
Blaze,
when was
they
Maiev
could have
taken?
gone, potentially. Maiev was picked last.
Okay, so they didn't know.
They couldn't have known. Uther, maybe, instead of the Ana, could have helped. At least at level 20, they could have gone for the upgraded D shield and then maybe turn it around there.
That's fair. Killed and not showing team spirit. Only dying once. True.
I'm gonna reach out to the team. We'll take a look at the talents here if you want to talk about that, and I'll see if we can't get an interview with the team.
Oh, Exterminator was also on Caterpillar's list, but since I've already established Caterpillar, I don't give a hoot what they had to say. Let's see here. I actually liked the lightning breath from Diablo on that. I did kind of feel like it was a nice zoning they could do. I don't know what they could have done. Just pray. Killed Indo. Was killing them a lot. Actually, wait, Vala was stealing a lot of kills. I feel like Maiev did a ton of damage. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like that DPS pairing was pretty brutal for them to have to take care of, have to deal with.
Absolutely.
Keys on his Smurf account already. This guy.
Shaking my head. I was looking for the teams to see if we could maybe look for an interview, but it doesn't look like anybody is online.
Just here. I'm gonna whisper key. Interview with us, yeah, bitch.
I prefer the more adult HOTS person, Cattlefly.
Oh, Elf Boy, come. I don't know. Go somewhere in NGS and we'll find you. I'll interview Elf Boy. Ask him how do I get good at the off lane? Please tell. Please explain.
That can be our first question. That's the beatbox. That is not NGS. Yeah. If Elfboy wants to hop in.
Oh, Elf and Ken are coming.
Oh boy.
Oh goody gumdrops. 2 for the price of 1 interview.
All right. Let's hop into lobby number 2 in NGS.
Okie dokie.
Perfect.
There it is.
Hello.
Yeah, we were waiting on you, and I guess you were waiting on us. We had no clue what the fuck was going on.
we were just playing chicken. Lobby chicken.
Well, you made the first move, so I win.
It's true. It's actually correct.
That's right. That's right. That was fun. Except for game 2, which was, I don't know, we just got horribly outdrafted.
It looked like it.
I mean, it played really well. It wasn't just like horribly outdrafted, but that was oppressive as hell.
I do have a question about that when we get there, but we'll get there.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't let me take over the interview.
We're gonna go game 1, which I didn't see, so I'll let Jinxie do it.
Yeah. None of my stuff is working right now. There we go. Got there in the end. So let's take a look at that. Where do we go? Game number 1. Towers of Doom. Was it originally your plan to just smurf on the team like you did with us and pick up the Zarya?
No, that was such. Yeah, Ken, go ahead. You're the only one who plays Zarya on the team.
So that was actually us trying out something new when we scrimmed you guys. We were not expecting that Zarya ban. We were actually all like, "What?" Like super confused because we've only played one other game in NGS with Zarya, and we actually lost that game. So we were definitely not expecting that.
Absolutely. Looking back through here, were you guys at all concerned because you drafted the Garrosh super early and they had the Junkrat and then the Deathwing is at all? Do you think you would have drafted that differently, or were you just happy it worked out and continue to do it the same way?
No, we were pretty thrilled. All right, so the Junkrat is just a standard first pick. It's completely fine. The Stitches was interesting because we were not ready for it at all. We were planning to ban Johanna, take Garrosh, and maybe just deal with Varian. So the second we saw the Stitches, we opted for Medivh, whom they just banned out on game 2, and we couldn't do anything about it. But no, the second we got a hold of Medivh, we knew we were pretty safe in the Stitches matchup. Good on their Stukov, though. Every single gorge, he had a massive shove prepped. And that made it incredibly difficult to get portals out.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
And props to the Samuro player. What was it, Silent? I have not seen Samuro dual soaking on that map. I knew it was possible at level 10, but he did an excellent job. I could not keep him from dual soaking like I would normally, like any other character.
Yeah, they did a really great job. So, game number 2, Linehouse, you had some questions.
So I have to ask, what happened in draft? Because I feel like was there a breakdown? Was that what you did you actually want to last pick Chromie there?
I was opposed to it, but I got outvoted. Had a little democracy.
Okay.
It did not go my way.
Yeah, I think the call was we needed a ranged hero. He's incredibly comfortable on Chromie. I think that was our last pick, and then we had already seen the Leoric and Malthael. We were like, we can't go triple bruiser. They'll kill us. I mean, they killed us anyways, but we didn't want to force another melee down their throat for Malthael to kill.
Right.
Now,
So
maybe...
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, 'cause that was my question. Would you mean to pick your two beefy heroes right there to show 3 beef right before because I thought you would like to hold one of those for the very last pick. That's where I was confused by the draft.
Yeah, we thought that they were either going to go take Samro, Leoric, or Sonya. So we didn't care about the Samro at the moment. We took the Sonya, and we didn't think they had like a Malthael backup pick, and it just ended up eating our asshole. Sorry if that's not kosher, but that's exactly what they did, and they did not.
I mean,
ask permission.
it's factually accurate. So you know.
Yeah, it is very accurate.
I've already relegated this.
And then, by the time we were done with it, we had no answer to Anduin either. We had no stun for Anduin's ultimate, so he got prime ultimates every fucking fight.
So what did you want, Ken? If you got outdrafted or not outdrafted, you got outvoted.
So what I was planning to do was once we saw the first couple picks, I was going to go. We were gonna have Killidan be our Maiev. I was going to play Zarya with the Deathwing, and we were going to have a main tank Maiev with Uthervala and the Deathwing to help zone them. And then once we locked the triple bruiser and we saw the mouth, like they can just dive the Chromie, and I called that, but we were a little bit stuck on the Chromie. But it happens, you know.
Yeah,
did Orphan not? I'm just curious.
No,
I'm actually wondering if Orphan could have done anything that game.
She probably could have, yeah. We just didn't consider that at the time. She's not one of our main heroes we've played recently at all. We know Birdie has dabbled in her quite a bit. Quite
Dabbled.
a good.
I love that. That's a good term.
But just we haven't picked it up recently, so hasn't wasn't on the mind.
Yeah,
We've been
makes
drinking.
sense,
If it's not clear, by the way, when you watch the cast later on, if you do, we have been drinking. FYI.
I see.
It's all good.
I had been kissing kittens all night long. Come here, you fuzzy little bitch.
Oh, that's adorable.
Get down. I wish I could
Close
send you a
cats.
picture. You so cat. That was a fun fucking game.
That was a good, yeah. It was a good series from because I did see most of game 1 from the sidelines, and then game 2 they did. I feel like they did outdraft you after that, and then they played that really well. But then you all came back in game 3.
Oh, Thrall against ETC. Oh my
Oh,
god.
we
man,
always
from the beginning we were like, oh, he doesn't know. Oh
Yeah.
no, like maybe he can turn it around.
You
and
called
he
it
couldn't.
immediately. Ken was on. Ken picked ETC, and we were like, "We'll flop it." And you immediately said, "No, that's offlane ETC." I was like, "Shut the fuck up, Linehouse." They don't know yet. They don't know.
Well, Elf's super happy because normally I won't let him play offlane ETC, and now the buff is, and now I can't stop him. So he's very, very thrilled with that.
Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, oh man. And then they picked Thrall, and I'm like, oh, you poor son of a bitch.
God.
I
don't
know what's gonna come.
I still would have he would have at least outcleared me, Leoric, anybody. I still would have not left the lane because you don't push the cow out of the lane, but you can out soak him.
Can you out soak on Battlefield of Eternity? Like, is that? I feel like all the XP comes from kills.
Well, it depends on who you are. If you're Imperious and you can actually find a way to out soak once you hit level 7, you could just rotate bottom. And if I'm sitting there as the cow, I'm not rotating bottom. It's gonna take me an hour to clear the fucking wave.
Oh goodness.
There's always the thing where you could try for camp, but I want to try for camp against ETC. He'll just walk up and sit on point. You won't get him off. Cow don't like to move.
Cow has chosen this position. You know,
Yeah.
Cow dipping allowed.
Yeah, definitely. So after you guys lost game number 2, you actually took the map pick, and I'm curious. Do you guys just feel more comfortable on, like picking the map? Do you have certain drafts for things, or tell me a little about your map pick choice?
So me and Key kind of have this thing where we have decided that we like to have map pick over first pick, like 90% of the time. And in this meta, feels like there's a lot of ban-worthy things, and we have started to have stuff like obviously the Medivh that just gets banned out, so we have pretty free reign over some other comps because Killy is very scary. Elf is very good on his Dahaka. Very proud of him. Made a lot of progress with it this past off season.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. So BOE is one of our favorite maps. It's one of our most played in practice, and we love to play that one just because it's a lot team fight oriented, which is I think our strongest suit is our mechanical play, not so much our macro.
Yeah.
And what's funny is he's absolutely lying for all the other people who are scouting us right now.
I mean, I was gonna say, we were even talking about it in the cast. Like, you guys kind of awakened in that game number 3. We were looking for the picks. You were getting the camps. There wasn't really much that they could do to you in that last game. We're just like, wow, this macro is insane.
No, that was not true. How much did our buttholes pucker when we lost that? I think it was a 3rd team fight. And they just took our keep.
I was never scared.
Oh my god, I puckered so hard. I was like, let's just lose. I died twice the same way. I got pinned to a wall and destroyed.
We got a little bit scared there, definitely. That was like an eye-opener. And Key was calling it that we needed to back out there. We definitely learned that we cannot blow up a Diablo anymore. But yeah, that was the biggest mistake.
Right.
Yeah, so fearless leader Key, who kept his wits about him the entire game, even after that team fight that we thought we were just gonna lose. He was like, "Oh, just don't die." He's got the soft voice, like, "Just don't stop dying, you idiots, stop." And we're like, "All right, well, calm down." Yeah, it was a good set. I like playing against them.
Very fun.
Especially anyone who plays Samuel and Towers of Doom. I like that shit. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I have not seen that before, but I like it.
Right, and I think our final question for the evening is, Elfboy, do you do any coaching? Because our offlane is not very good and could definitely.
How dare you? First of all, I was actually gonna say it's been a long time since I've actually gotten my actual asshole handed to me in the offlane. So I was gonna say I need some coaching from Elfboy apparently.
If
he offers it.
I'll be happy to coach you. I am not that good. I am not that good.
He won't admit it, but we're always telling Elf.
This must be really embarrassing for you. He's right here. Like, you know that, right?
So actually, after that scrim, it was funny. We were talking about just all the different things, like what we were looking at, obviously what we did wrong and what you all were doing well against us. And I just flat out said, I need to talk to Elfboy because he fucking kicked my ass all 3 or 4 games that we played, and I am tired of playing offlane tonight. I just can't do anymore.
Anytime, Line. Anytime. Let me see. What is it? This one?
You'll want to catch him when he's not high, though.
Oh no, I'm only doing that while I'm high. Sorry.
That's fair.
Sorry, it won't be the best. Yeah, okay.
I accept these terms and conditions.
And any more questions from you, Linehouse?
That's all. I'm good.
All right. With that, Key has apologized.
Thank you for
team.
casting us.
You're very welcome. And so we'll leave the floor to you guys for any shout outs, any call outs you want to do within reason. It is all yours, my dears.
All right, so you can. I'm gonna peace out.
All right.
Bye.
Big shout out to Elf, always doing his best in the off lane, making it easier for us to have to just battle out in the 4-man, because most of the time we win the off lane. Shout out to Key for always keeping his head, of course. Killy recently added, that was his 2nd, I believe. Maybe it's his 3rd ever NGS game, and he's playing super solidly. We love him. Great man. Shout out to you guys, of course. Thank you for casting. We always love it. It's a great show, and thanks to the other team for having us. That was a fun game. Fun set.
Absolutely. Well, great job tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll let you go celebrate with your team, and good luck in the rest of your matches. I think you guys have 1 or 2 more left this week.
We got 2 more in the next 3 days.
Oof, well, we believe in you. Good luck, friend.
Appreciate that. Night, boys.
Have a good night.
Ladies and gents.
Good night.
Whatever works for me. All right. Do I need to call you back? We don't need any.
We're good.
Okay.
We have my mouse.
I was gonna say we have the mouse, so we don't need to see the cameras here. Well, thanks so much for hanging out and casting with me. Thanks for hanging out and watching chat. We really, really appreciate it. I saw Linehouse. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. We're doing this more fun, more silly. So to any of the teams, anyone who was personally offended tonight, this is all for fun. please remember that. And they're just more casual, silly streams now. So if you came here looking for a professional cast, then I'm sorry. Other than that,
I
thanks
was
so
gonna
much.
say real quick. I think both teams played really well tonight. It was
No,
actually a pretty
I
fun series to
absolutely
watch.
agree.
Their cast.
They were super fun. Yeah,
That's all.
thank you guys so very much. Check out the pins. And if you're in chat and you paid me for a pin recently and I haven't sent it out, I'm so sorry. I promise I'll get those out first thing tomorrow morning. I was scrolling through my Gmail and it was like so and so paid you for invoice number 8. I'm like, oh no. So those are coming in soon, my dears. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys. If you like what you see, then please obviously subscribe, give bits, all this
How could
stuff.
they not like what they see? There's a mouse with a captain hat and a rowboat.
That's true. That's a
Like,
good point.
and it's green. Lime. I'm sorry, lime.
One might say lime green.
Oh, like a lime mouse. One might think.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
oh.
Let's go get some more games going on tonight. So I'm going to send you all over to Brainer where you can flame the shit out of him because he is my friend. Thanks so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you later, friends. Bye-bye.